You're not reading that title incorrectly. They made a OnePlus 13 Pro and it's been under our noses the entire time. Not only does this have the alert slider, super fast charger in the box and all the goodies that you'd expect, but also manages to add a sick 6x periscope camera and feels so much better in the hand versus the regular 13, you'd swear it was a completely different brand of smartphone. Let's not get it twisted, BBK owns OnePlus, Oppo and Vivo. Oxygen OS is based off of ColorOS, Dark Charge was based off of VOOC. I could go on forever. As much as they want to tell you otherwise, the OnePlus 13 and the Oppo Find X8 Pro are incredibly closely related, and I already called the latter my phone of the year last year, so I want to tell you and show you why I consider it the OnePlus 13 Pro and why I'd take it over the 13 in an instant. First off, let's dive straight into that camera. Oh man, this camera setup is phenomenal. It's technically very similar to the OnePlus 13, but with a 6x 1/2.5 inch optical periscope for better long range shots. And I feel like, and this has been mentioned in my comment section, the OnePlus 13 is due a software update at some point, a patch that fixes some of the artificial look to its images. The Find X8 Pro seems to omit all of these issues, and instead just spit out incredibly filmic and pretty photos that made me fall in love with the OnePlus 12, but just on a bigger scale, thanks to that super long range shooter. You guys know me, I am a massive smartphone camera fan. I'm constantly taking images with the telephoto cameras in particular on my phone, and this is why I found the Find X8 Pro's photos to just look stunning. They aren't technically perfect with crazy sharpness or anything like that, but they do have an almost analog, an almost filmic and natural look to them, which I'd have to put down to the Hasselblad endorsed color tuning that you've heard me rave about all the time with my OnePlus 12. I know the camera bump is not going to be for everyone, and to be honest, I don't think I love the way it physically looks, but heck, if the photos come out like this, I am absolutely fine with that. It doesn't do 8K recording, which I believe is due to the chipset that we'll talk about a little bit later in the video, but the Ultra HD 4K 60p video is more than good enough if you ask me. This camera setup is one of the two main reasons I'd pick it over the OnePlus 13. By the way, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe. Cheers guys. But the second reason why I would have this over the OnePlus 13 is more important to me and might be more important to more people than just a telephoto camera, and that's the way the phone feels in the hand. Oppo absolutely cooked with the ergonomics of this phone. It's pretty much perfect. I could not ask for a better feeling phone in the hand. The display is pretty much the same as the OnePlus 13, so it has a flat display but has very, very slight curves to the edges of the glass front element, which I've seen people hating online, which makes zero sense because it looks and feels great and you still get a fully flat display. But the way Oppo has done the sides and the back glass tapering into it, the fitment is just another level to how OnePlus has done it. And it comes with the alert slider, which I absolutely enjoy all the time. I use it all the time on my OnePlus 12, especially for filming videos like this. I'll always put my phone in silent. It's just easier to do than in software. Sure, these things might not matter if you rock a case, but this video is about why I think the OnePlus 13 Pro is better, not about what objectively makes it better. You want objectivity? Go read a spec sheet. Stop watching YouTube videos. Oh, right, yeah. So this thing is rocking a MediaTek chip, which if you're me, you're getting flashbacks right now to those horrible, those horrendous entry-level MediaTek phones that just chugged the second you got them out of the box. But what if I told you that the Dimensity 9400 in this not only benchmarks in CPU between the 8 Gen 3 and the 8 Elite, but its GPU actually competes with and sometimes beats the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Yeah, this isn't your grandma's MediaTek chip, guys. This is seriously powerful, and it's elite in performance. You feel it along with the 12 or 16 gigs of RAM, depending on which SKU you go for. It's just a rapid smartphone with all the speed, and you don't miss out on that elite performance by not going with the OnePlus 13. It doesn't have the Qualcomm branding on it, so people are very quick to judge because it's not the elite chip, but it is pretty elite in performance. And of course it lacks that 8K video recording that I mentioned earlier, but don't let that fool you. Most 8K recording modes, maybe outside of the Pixel 9 Pro, just look kind of meh, and so I would be absolutely fine with the 4K 60 on here. It looks terrific. Oh, and that display. Oh, that display. The OnePlus 13's panel might be one of the main reasons to buy it, and it's pretty much identical to this one. It's big, it's bright, it's responsive, it's colourful with great tuning options in the menus. The screen is up there with the best of the best. It makes do with an optical in-display fingerprint scanner, unfortunately instead of an ultrasonic one, which is a bit of a shame, but it's by no means a bad reader. It's just not quite as good as the one you'll find in the OnePlus 13. And the battery life isn't far off either. It's a 90 mAh smaller battery, so 5910 instead of 6000, which you'd get in the OnePlus 13. It comes with a crazy high wattage charger out the box. I have used my OnePlus 12's 100 watt brick in it, works absolutely fine. It does 50 watt wireless charging if you're into wireless charging. And the battery experience in the OnePlus 13 Pro, or Oppo Find X8 Pro I guess, is realistically as good as the OnePlus 13, which is to say it's elite. It demolishes what Samsung, Apple and Google are all doing. It is terrific. It runs Android 15, should get 5 major software updates taking it to Android 20. I know not everyone loves ColorOS, which is basically the same as OxygenOS by the way, but I have a soft spot for it because I use it every day on my OnePlus 12. I enjoy it. It does copy iOS in a few aesthetic elements, which I'm not sure I love about it, but it's very functional. I've found it to be one of the better skins out of all of the Android setups, and I have no problems with it on the Find X8 Pro or the OnePlus 13 Pro. The OnePlus 13 is objectively an astonishing phone, and I get that for many it's going to be the one to go for, not least because it's actually on sale in the US, where the Find X8 Pro is not. But the latter fixes 2 main gripes that I have with the OnePlus, and offers what I think is a really good additional camera that adds more value for a little bit more money. It's still my favourite phone right now, and I'm devastated that I had to give it back to my colleague, because if not, my OnePlus 12 would probably be out the window and I'd be using the Oppo Find X8 Pro. The OnePlus 13 Pro or Oppo Find X8 Pro is honestly one of the best phones out right now. And if I had to give up my OnePlus 12 and pick something new, it would be that every single time. It's an absolutely phenomenal device, and Oppo is cooking right now.